do. What the fuck you doing? Playing Pokemon Go. You ready?
No.
He's not ready. But that's you. Pikachu. I choose you. The things we do while we're not playing X-Wing, that's what it's all about here.
I wonder why he's the only one that says his name.
Welcome back to another edition of Sling Paint Gaming.
Hi.
Oh, yes, we're back.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. OPL.
Oh, shit.
Yes. And
Back
actually,
to basics.
a special OPL.
Yep.
This one actually is starting taking the tournament scene by storm here, and it's I think it's just it's an amazing list. I actually faced up against it. It's a nasty list.
Yeah, me too.
It's called
Close match.
Yeah, and there's a couple different variations of this. It's actually called Dengaroo.
Yep.
And the cool part about it is there was some regional events, especially one in the Vancouver area, that got where is it? I just lost it. That took first place in the Vancouver regionals. It's an awesome. I mean, it's just what it is. It's the first time we see two large base ship, and the combination is just fierce.
Yeah.
And if you think about Dengaroo, what it is, it's Dengar and Manaroo put together.
Yep.
And the actual combination for this is you can do different outfits. And actually, there was one guy that posted it all up on our community forums, that list. So we'll go through it. But this was the combination that won a lot of the regionals event, and you can probably change some things. So let's just go right into the breakdown of this. All right, so it's pretty much Dengar and Manaroo, and both in the JumpMasters. It's a scum list. Manaroo's ability is what makes this possible and what makes Dengar really fierce. And basically, you okay over there?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
I'm fine. It's got something stuck about the
Feeling better?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's all right. All right. Manaroo. At the start of the combat phase, you may assign all focus, evade, and target lock tokens assigned to you to another friendly ship. Yep. And that ability right there makes this list very powerful. Manaroo is outfitted usually with push to limit, which everybody knows what push to limit does. R5 P8, which is once per round after defending, you may roll one attack die. On a hit result, the attack suffers 1 damage. On a crit result, both you and the attacker suffers 1 damage. So not the critical result, just 1 damage, which is nice. Gonk, and especially with the new ruling with Gonk and the FAQ, and we'll get into how you fly this list and why Gonk's here and what the purpose of it is. But Gonk definitely to keep Manaroo alive. And then Feedback Array, which during the combat phase, instead of performing any attacks, you may receive 1 ion token and suffer 1 damage to choose 1 enemy ship at range 1. That ship suffers 1 damage. And of course, last but not least, is the engine upgrade to give that Manaroo a boosting ability to get out of harm's way. Yep. So, and the other ship is Dengar.
Yeah, so Dengar is once per round after defending. If the attacker is inside your firing arc, you may perform an attack against that ship. So pretty much somebody shoots you if they're in your firing arc.
Primary firing arc.
Now, it's a turret, but if they're in that front firing arc, you get to attack back.
Correct. And what else is he running?
He's got Lone Wolf on there, which when attacking or defending, if there are no other friendly ships range 1 to 2, you may reroll one of your blank results.
And that's a unique card, too. You can only have 1 Lone Wolf, just so everybody knows. It's a unique. Yep. So a lot of people think that like you can have outfit a couple of Lone Wolves. No, it's just 1.
Yep. Got Overclocked R4s. During the combat phase, when you spend a focus token, you may receive 1 stress token to assign 1 focus token to your ship. He's got the Punishing One title, which ups the primary
weapon to 1.
Yep.
So a total of 3, which is nice, and 3 turreted ship, which is pretty nice.
Very nice. Plasma Torpedoes, which you have to spend a target lock, but if this attack hits after dealing damage, remove 1 shield token. Zuckuss, which when you're attacking, you may take as many stress tokens as you want to cause the defender to re-roll that many dice.
Defensive dice, yeah.
Defensive dice, yep. Glitterstim.
Glitterstim.
Which at the start of the combat phase, you take a stress, and all of your focus results can either be hits or evades,
which is nice,
depending on whether you're attacking or defending. And then countermeasures. At the start of the combat phase, you may discard this card to increase your agility value by 1 until the end of the round. Then you may remove 1 enemy target lock from your ship.
Yes, and so this 2-ship combination is not like the triple JumpMasters.
No,
it's
completely
actually
different.
Completely different strategy and what have you. So as far as tweaks, we're really not going to go into tweaks because this is a phenomenal list. I mean, but there are some variations, and one of, like I said, one of our community members, if you go to our community forums in the List-Donator part, Christopher actually put in a similar list. There was some couple changes. For Dengar, he had marksmanship, extra munitions, proton torps, K4 security droid, which gives him that target lock, unhinged astromech, punishing one, and guidance chips. So he's keeping Dengar the normal outfitted U-boat style, but minus the instead of Deadeye, he's using marksmanship.
Right.
And then Manaroo.
Yeah, with opportunist, extra munitions, proton torps, K4 security droid, unhinged astromech, and guidance ships. Very, very similar build between the two. Yep, but going from 3 ships to 2.
And the biggest thing though is this list is still keeping the U-boats.
It's more munitions focused than it is, keep one alive to feed the other one.
Right.
Which the other Manaroo list, Dengaroo list, the first one we did is more of a keep Manaroo alive, just keep him circling, feeding Dengar focuses,
evades,
or evades.
Yep.
Dengar doesn't care about stress, gets loaded up on stress with Zuckuss.
Sorry, not evades.
And
but that's the thing. So if you think
overclocked, just keeps building up the stress. Doesn't care about stress at all.
Right, and that's the key part about this list is like Dengar is your attacker, right?
Yeah.
So, and the whole thing, like with Manaroo, and we get to the how you fly it and stuff like that, is he wants to get the hell out of Dodge. He's just feeding tokens.
Yeah.
And Dengar can stress the crap out of it. He doesn't care because of his abilities, what he's got. With Overclocked.
Well, with all the white turns and the green turns, he doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
Yeah.
And with Overclocked R4, when he spends a focus token, he gets the target lock. He's getting that focus from Manaroo. So he's passing, stuff back and forth, which is nice. As far like I really wouldn't tweak this because I've seen this play and I played against it. It is a nasty list. And actually we just had a little of a store competition we had about 21 people, and that list actually took first place, which is actually nice. The Dengaroo combination.
Okay.
Yeah. David was running it.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
For some reason I thought Dan got first place.
Did it?
I don't remember. I had to leave.
Dan and David are brothers. One of them. I think David won. I'm pretty sure David won. But he had the Dengaroo combination. Like I said, it's just a nasty list. When you first look at it, you're like, oh, it's 2 just U-boats. But then when you see how it's played, you're like, oh,
that's why. Okay.
So let's
get damned if you do, damned if you don't list.
Exactly. Yeah. So as far as tweaks, we wouldn't make anything. So how would you fly it? And this is how you fly Dengaroo. You keep Manaroo out of the fight. Dengaroo does all the business.
Yeah. Just keep Manaroo in the back. It's oftentimes just kind of stalled or very slow going, not even coming towards the other ships.
And he's
gonking, gonk, and spending focuses, giving them to Dengar.
Yeah, so every turn he's pushing the limit. So he's going to get a focus, and he's gonking. And he's building those shields up. And those shields are going to be because that's for the end game. Because that's when the things with Manaroo, especially with Manaroo's Manaroo's ability, he's passing those focuses off to Dengar, and he's building those shields up. Towards the end game, he uses those shields to regen himself, and that's how it keeps it alive. The biggest thing, too, is with R5P8 and feedback array, this combination, you don't want to go... A lot of people say, like, oh, okay, with that combination, I don't want to go after Manaroo first. I'm going to go after Dengar, and that's the whole purpose of the list. The person wants you to go after Dengar.
Yeah.
Usually, like, when I was played Dave in this list, and also watching some other tournaments with this, Manaroo.
It's hard not to say.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Manaroo and Dengar are usually lined up almost not right next to each other. Now, depending on where your ships are, and if you're coming in down this side, let's say Manaroo's on this side, and he's already lined up with Manaroo, Manaroo's going to make a B turn, go to the left, come around, and he doesn't want to be part of the fight, and he's going to send Dengar into the fight. And that's where, from how you fly it, it's Dengar is your fighter, and he's gonna destroy a lot of ships with his abilities, with the plasma torpedoes, with Zuckuss, Glitterstim, Countermeasures, all of that is to basically help him survive Dengar as long as he can and inflict the most pain.
Yeah, because with Manaroo, with R5P8 and feedback array, he's going to deal damage, and you're not going to be able to block it.
Right.
You can't block feedback array, and you can't block R5P8 with evade dice.
Right.
Or tokens.
It's
you just take
you get it. So, like a lot of people, then some people will say, look, well, then I'm going to go for Manaroo first, but because
got
of
to
the
catch
way,
him.
Exactly.
Engine upgrade, and then all
the
those
barrel
moves.
roll and so let's say if he doesn't gunk, he pushes the limit. He can do a boost and a barrel roll and get the hell out of Dodge.
Oh yeah, on large base ship, he's gone.
He's gone.
It's slippery.
So, and that's the biggest
Now,
thing.
it's not unbeatable. Don't get us wrong.
No, it's not.
But I came pretty close with just a Hawk at the end versus Manaroo.
Yeah, the list that you were playing,
some lucky rolls.
You had the Ghost Biggs Hawk list, right?
Yeah, and it was a very, very close game. I would like to play it again and see if I could do it differently. So that kind of goes into how to fly against it. So originally I was flying that Ghost list, and it worked out where Biggs, I kept Biggs, behind the Ghost with Tactical Jammer and everything like that. And, I went after Dengar first. Well, shooting at Dengar, he gets that attack back at you.
Yes.
So next time, I think I might try to go for Manaroo first. Even with that R5P8 and feedback array, if I can do enough damage to punch through those 2 damage.
Blocking Manaroo is going to be key, too, to stop that push to limit.
Because look at it this way. He's going to deal 2 damage. Either he's going to choose the feedback array and not roll a dice.
Yep.
Or he's going to roll his 2 dice.
Yep.
So you have potentially 2 versus a guaranteed 1. Max damage you're going to take is 2. Either way.
I did the same.
It's a no-brainer to me, but it's hard to punch through those shield upgrades.
That is the biggest thing, because usually he's making a small turn right off the bat.
If you can stress him.
That's the other thing you take. Stressing Manaroo, but like double stress him, because if he does push the limit, like, or a stress hog or something that will help out, definitely with that. Blocking is definitely going to be key, I think, as well. When I played the Dengaroo list, I played using the triple defenders. I had the triple defenders. I think I had like Countess and Brath, and I think just a Glaive Squadron, different combinations with TIE X7. And it came down to one, I think it was, I'm not sure if it was the Countess or I forget who was left, but it was one of my defenders versus Manaroo. I went through Dengar first, got Dengar, which was a pain in the rear end.
It's same way with me.
And then, I'm sorry, it wasn't triple defenders. It was the Desi defender list. Brath was left. That was what it was. Brath was left, and he took my Desi out. But I finally took Dengar out, and it was my defender versus Manaroo. And Manaroo was just, because he was so many built up with shields, he used feedback array. I would get behind him, slippery slope. I was the ace in the situation, but still he got me because feedback array was nasty. I can't block it.
That's how I finally lost. He just flew up next to me and said
feedback array. Yeah. So
it came down to like 1 hole or 2 hole. That was it.
I would definitely, like you said, go against, I think, Manaroo. Try to get Manaroo out of the game and try to eliminate with it where take that whole shield regen of the Gonk ability. Yeah. Definitely try to lose the actions.
Because like we said, with Dengar, he doesn't care about the stress. With Lone Wolf, he's getting rerolls.
Yep.
With Overclocked, he's getting a focus. With Zuckuss, he's making you reroll. And then with Manaroo, he's either getting free target locks or free focuses.
Yeah, it's a nasty setup, but it can be beat. The biggest thing is like just blocking it. But just know what you're getting into, because when you're going to see the 2 ships, you're like, oh, it's just 2 JumpMasters. I mean, yeah, one's got the primary turret, but the combination that they have with this is nasty. Remember that they're going to send Dengar at you first. They're going to hide Manaroo and they're going to throw Dengar at you. If you're spread out enough, and this is where I think it might work out, if you're spread out enough where you can kind of attack, like send a lot of love to Dengar because he's a pain in the ass, and then try to get like 1 or 2 ships on Manaroo and you try to block and try to almost attack almost together at the same time, like 2 different ships. Because I've seen also in a tournament, on an online tournament where they were attacking Manaroo first. Dengar comes up behind them and just obliterates them. So, and that's the combination. So you can use Manaroo as almost like a lure, like some bait. Oh, here you go after Manaroo, and everybody does that, and then Dengar comes right behind, and because the way he's set up, especially with Zuckuss, Plasma Torps, he's going to rip through your shields.
Yep.
He's gonna make, and with Glitterstim counter. I mean, it's just a nasty combination.
Yeah, those plasma torpedoes hurt.
Are brutal. All right, so how would you guys tweak this list? How would you fly it? How would you fly against it? Have you guys seen it in the latest competitions? What do you think about it? Leave in the comments below.
Yep. While you're at it, go ahead and post up on the forums on slingpaint.com. Facebook.com/slingpaint, Twitter, Instagram, all that fun stuff. Check out our store. A couple of you guys have asked for shirts and stuff like that. We've got those up there as long. Also, the tokens.
Yeah. Tokens. Get your tokens.
Pretty awesome.
All right. And also hit that subscribe button below.
Right there?
Right below his, right there.
Ooh, yeah.
I touched the spot.
And I liked it.
All right. Thanks, guys.
See you next time.
Bye.